I'm just gonna do a couple more things and then we'll get things started for realsies. You guys know what I remembered this morning, like a couple days after I posted my newsletter, I forgot to change the colors of the color challenge announcements title on the newsletter. Because I usually leave a hint to what the colors will be, but I realized that this morning and I picked the colors yesterday. Dumbass. So yeah, hello, welcome. Even if there's nothing moving on screen, I'm there. My name is Shiro, I'm a comic artist. And what I usually do, I live stream every week on Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. But this is one of those bonus live streams that I do the first or second Saturday of the month for the color challenge. And what is the color challenge? Basically, I open up my Instagram story so you guys can then drop in some requests. And then I put all of the requests in the Wheel of Morality, which in turn will pick 4 of the requests, and then I'll draw them, and then we'll have a lot of fun. Does that sound good to you guys? Alright, I think that's everything. At least for now. And of course, since recently I have been having issues with my fans. Well, not really issues because I'm not, I'm not in trouble with my computer yet. But ever since I updated it to Sequoia, it kind of heats up a little bit when I'm streaming now. So I'm constantly checking the fans using an app. Hi, Coco. So there's going to be a bit of that. I'm going to take off a layer right now. I'm kind of hot. Or I could just, the microphone is not there right now, so I'm going to turn on my little fan, so that's going to help a little bit. So while it does that, I will be right back. I just have one last thing to check, and then we are going right into the fun part. We are going to pull out the Wheel of Morality. And, oh, almost forgot. We are also going to announce the colors. That's where I put the notes. That's where I write down the colors I use. We are going to find out what the May colors are, though there's a pretty big hint right here. But we will get the exact name and code. I will be right back, folks. back. Gonna post the rules. Yeah, sorry for the silent treatment. I'm just focusing on the fan right now. I apologize. But let's get to it, actually. Let's get to the reason why we're here. So, this month's colors. As some of you know, and I'm going to keep you guys updated. Should put it on the multi-stream. Come on. All right. If it ever decides to load. This month's colors. So for those of you who don't know, I used to follow the Olo Colors Challenge, which they shut down at the beginning of this year. Apparently that was enough fun. So, I've been doing my own. Last month I went through Coolers, the Coolers website. And that's what I did again this month. So, the colors are... we are going to start with the hex codes, and that's the part where I sound like a Russian spy in World War II. Follow the rules. Indeed! So, the first one is 157A6E. Pine green, because Coolers is cool like that. It will give us the name of the color on top of the hex code. 499F68 Shamrock green. And 77B28C Cambridge blue. Which, by my eye, in Ohuhu markers equals to G360 Pond Green, which normally should not focus. Exactly, perfect. G140 Horseradish. And G120 Yellowish Green. That's about as close as it's gonna get. Now, of course, if you guys notice, the caps look slightly different than from the icon down here, but that is normal because, well, that's why you swatch, folks, because sometimes the colors will simply not match with the cap perfectly. So now I'm going to scoot this in another direction. And here we are for the Wheel of Morality. Wheel of Morality is full of stuff today, but only 4 winners. Let's find out who the first one is, shall we? There we go. Maybe if I said it correctly. So, Wheel of Morality, turn, turn, turn. Tell us a lesson that we shall learn. Mario and Peach waltzing. Hide slice. Hide wheel. So that's a fairly easy one to start. Because Lord knows I draw a lot of Mario and Peach. Yes, I lifted the ban on the princesses until further notice. But if I get annoyed again, I will put the ban back on. If you hear all the beeps, it's because I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. There! Sorry for the wiggling. It's still a gooseneck tripod thingy that I got. But now I'm on Do Not Disturb, so it should be a lot less beepy. I'm always with Peach. Oh, sometimes they change. Sometimes it's Rosalina. Also, I don't know if you guys follow the comic on DeviantArt. What's sad about Global Comics is that there's a way to put the comments, but people don't talk a lot. Or maybe that's a good thing because I'm very easy to annoy. And on DeviantArt, there's like almost always the same person every time I draw Waluigi and Rosalina interacting. They are begging for a ship. And I'm like, you got suggestions? I've got a price list. Like, literally, I just reopened my commissions on Ko-fi and VGen. And every time they always say, I'll pay for it, I'll pay for it. And I'm like, go ahead, pay for it. I'm kidding. Well, fuck you then. It's not like this is my job. If you think it's because I don't like the Waluigi Rosalina pairing, I seriously, honestly, do not give a fuck. It's being ordered to do it for free that's pissing me off. Oh, not here. I don't want to mix you up with my other pencils. Happy Free Comic Book Day. Yeah, that's right. It is Free Comic Book Day today. Speaking of payments, I've noticed that Dan Collins is also finally officially showing off Tractor Lad. I've drawn Tractor Lad for him. I don't know if he'll ask me again. Would be nice because I did make a brush specially for that comic. Because that was a lot of wheat. Tractor Lad is basically like Farmer Shazam. You got a kid who stumbles on on his powers, and his powers are kind of related to his tractor. Like, he finds a meteor, the meteor turns into a key that he can then put into his tractor, so that him and his tractor, like, become superheroes. Well, at least if there's some fan casting, we're not going to put Zachary Levi as the main role now, will we? I'm also almost done with Whisper in the Winds. I'm down to 5 pages. And I am going like full experimental on it. Like the page I worked on yesterday, it was a flashback, and he told me to be more loose with it. Now the line art is still typed, but instead of doing it in ink, I made it in pencil. And of course I'm meaning digital brushes, because as we all know, I can't afford to do comics on paper. And then I decided I have this really, I think it's called Bleed? It's something Bleed. But it's a very, very, very faded watercolor effect, and I used it to color. Now, usually what I use it for in that comic is when I need to add blushing to the characters, because it's very, very blended and watery as an effect. But this time I used it for the actual coloring. And it looks exactly the way I wanted it to, and I absolutely hate it. I always try to make my colors like as crisp as possible. So the idea of moving from that, it is tickling my brain in ways I do not care for. Whoop! Damn near dropped my my eraser. Oh, the music has frozen again. Remember when I said earlier I'm very, very easy to annoy? Well, there you go. The fan is bordering, but is not trying to reach the 2000 RPMs yet, so... it is still fine. from where the microphone is. If you hear a whooshing sound, it is the little fan that I have mounted on my printer. I do have some really cute news that I will repeat on tomorrow's live stream. I have received my gift from Vograce. They had a giveaway on Shitter for an Easter pack. And I was like, ooh, sounds good. I'm gonna want to participate in that, so I did. And I was one of the 3 winners. Yay! And I got the box this week. I took the pictures. I have not yet uploaded them. But it's adorable, and it does give me the urge to do some merch. Friendly reminder that I am Canadian, and we will leave it at that for now. At the time of recording this live stream, my TeePublic is on sale right now. So of course I'm telling this to my American fans, because if I'm not mistaken, TeePublic operates within America. So, for everywhere else, there might be some shipping issues. So I am looking for a Canadian version to mirror my designs on. Because a certain person can't get along with anybody. And I will leave it at that. And yeah, we gotta be vague if we don't want to get yelled at by people that are worse cowards than me. Let's have some... No one blames you, New. Yeah. Let's have some good news then. Kool-Aid announced that they're releasing a second set of granulating colors, and I am beyond excited. The first set was called Aurora. This set is going to be called Cosmic. And I'm so excited for it. I wrote down the release date in my Google Calendar with a little alert and everything. Like, I'm more confident of getting this paint set on release day than the Switch 2. And there you have it for Mario and Princess Peach waltzing. So, we're gonna leave them dry. Sorry. And we're gonna go ahead, get the wheel again, and see who our second prompt is going to be. Yoink. Am I centered? There we go. I need to clean my my sticky pads on top of my desk. Ah la la. Wheel of Morality, turn, turn, turn. Tell us a lesson that we shall learn. Well, well, well. Would you look at that? It's Blitzo! I'm assuming I got the correct one because I don't know a lot of characters named Blitzo. So let's get a vertical one going. And go get the reference. I'm just happy because technically Blitzo is more on the easier side for me, and I got some real doozies. My pencil is a little dull. Let's hear some noise for pencil sharpening. There we go. Oh, I love this thing. I had a couple electric erasers in my life, and this one works great. Oh, I forgot something. One last thing. Because I had bought one, I remember, like, I was young. Like, I was a teenager. That's a long time now. Come on, refresh. It's silent. So it's just Blitz. I don't know. I don't watch the show. I figured it'd be easy since you drop imps a lot. Oh, I haven't drawn imps a long time. But that's fun that you mentioned that, because somebody else requested Taco. So if we're lucky, maybe I'll get to draw Taco. That depends entirely on the Wheel of Morality. Just a different kind of imp. My only problem now is that my reference is a transparent image and the background is black, so we're kind of losing him a little bit. I did not account for that. So I'm just gonna go and look him up again on Google. Okay, there we go. We're good. We're good. It's a joke that the O is silent in the show. I couldn't resist. Ah, there we go. Okay. See, I'm learning. Come here, you. I'm super focused trying to get him to look okay-ish. I don't do Vivzy Pop. So I can't even say I don't do Vivzy Pop a lot, because Vivzy Pop style is just not on my radar. Like, literally, okay? That's how much I watch TV shows. They recently released Alain Chabat's version. Well, Alain Chabat's version, yeah, I could say that. A 5 or 6, pretty sure it's 6 episode miniserie, Alain Chabat's Astérix, Le Combat des Chefs. I'm not even going to try to remember the name in English, okay? Okay. And those of you that know me know how much I absolutely adore Astérix. And I want to watch this show. I watched 1 episode so far. And I was hoping that maybe I would watch another one today. It's a very easy to binge series because the episodes are not that long. And it's something I want to see, but I still have to convince myself to take some time and actually watch it. And to say that I loved the first episode. Oh my god. Chabat is so funny. And it's full of quick gags, like Uderzo and Goscinny used to make. And throwbacks. And references. And puns. Oh my god. You guys want me to spoil one? Just one. In case you guys don't have access to the series. I'm just going to spoil one. It's at the very beginning of the episode. So, like I said, it's at the very beginning of the episode. The Gauls are lining up to get some magic potion from Getafix, I think his name is in English. And there's these two NPCs that are fighting, of course. And the one in the back says, Prefix, you're always in front of me, get back there. And Prefix says, no, you're always behind me, Suffix, that's where you belong. That was hilarious. Like, no monsieur, no monsieur. There is one thing I will always, I wouldn't want to call it complain, but like it is a thing, you know? The voice actors have fantastic delivery. It's very funny. Very natural, very quick pace, like snap, 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 joke, 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 you know? My issue is that they're not trying to make cartoon voices. They're pretty much all using their own voice. And it sucks to say, but they all sound the same. Like when I heard the trailers, I was kind of hoping it was like a Mario movie thing. Where in the trailer, Mario kind of sounded out of it. And he wasn't really into it. But in the actual movie, while it did not sound like Mario, as expected, he had a much more animated voice. So the fact that everybody sounded exactly the same in the trailer, I was kind of hoping, you know? But nope, they still all sound the same. I hope I don't forget that white spot on the side when it comes time to coloring. Like even if I have the reference like right there, I'm afraid I might forget it regardless. It's happened before. There we go. That's a pretty decent Blitzo. And he's taking a nice amount of place on the card. That's what we want. Is that a 9 or an 8? Oh well, if defense stays at around it, that's fine. As long as it doesn't hit 2000. At 2000, that's when it starts doing the noise. You think I pushed hard enough on the pencil if I'm struggling to erase Blitz right now? I also gotta remind myself not to automatically ink the black parts in black. That's why we have the darkest green. It's a color challenge, not a value challenge. Well, technically it is, because today it's 3 of the same color. If any of you guys saw my... I don't want to say my animation. So let's just say my piece on... Wally and Yellow Guy. What did you guys think? Of course, I had some people not happy at all, but it was more of a thing. They had nothing against the drawing. It was more of a thing that Wally creeped them out. It's really just a segue to, if anybody is interested in the app that I use, it was Amber Draw. I think there's an Android version, but I'm not sure if it's a legit Android version is what I'm saying. Oh, that's what I'm going to ink. And we'll do the rest in color. So we are going to let Blitz see. I am respectful of his name. If that's how he wants to be called, the O is silent. I'm not making fun of Coco. I'm making fun of Blitzo. Erase, erase. But not too hard, because we don't want to lift the ink. Okay, come here, you. Oh, this is going to be nice and neon. Look at that, yeah. See, this is part of the reason why I asked for the prompts to keep it simple. Because I have had prompts that specified the color, and I had to go, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Like, I'm nice enough to do these for free. Don't do it on purpose and ask for a fresco. You know what I mean? And of course, Mario's matte brown hair. Oh, I'm so looking forward to the next Koretake collection. Like, I'm so excited about it. Like, I know for a fact it's colors I don't have, because they're not out yet. Don't forget to layer, folks, when you got alcohol markers. That's how you get dimension. I should do her lips. Oh, there we go. There. I'm not going to do any shading on the white parts, if only to not get it too busy, but here we go. Mario and the Princess waltzing. Of course, this is like the finalization signature. When you buy the card, I stamp the back, put a full signature on it. Alright, your turn. Your turn, little guy. I'm still in the shot? I'm still in the shot. That's the important part. You know what? I don't even know if my local bookstore celebrates Comic Book Day. Free Comic Book Day. I honestly doubt it, because they don't sell comic issues. They sell comic albums. And that's a bit more expensive. See, there was a little circle on his, and I forgot to draw it. I told you. I told you. Right now I'm focusing super hard on not forgetting his white spots. Well, it's just the one, but as far as surface area is concerned, it's multiple. You know, it's when you look at it in monochrome that you realize that there's actually not a lot of value differences on Blitzo's design. Molly extends her compliments. You nailed the Helliverse style. Oh, thank you. It's my specialty. It is the very reason why my brand name is so very unofficial. Just gonna use the same dark color to re-add some shading on his horns. I know they're black, quote-unquote, in real life, but you know what? I don't care. Like, I don't know a lot about Blitzo, but I do know that he's not in Has Been Hotel. Or when he is, it's more considered a cameo or something like that. He's in Hell of a Boss. That's how much I know. Like, I kind of have a grasp on who belongs where, is what I'm saying. Well, how do you know if you don't watch the show? Look, man, I just got ADHD, okay? At this point, that's my only explanation. I have ADHD, I'm an adult, and I have unfettered access to the internet. Oh, speaking of, oh my god, I had this realization, like, you know, the neurodivergent realization way too fucking late. But first, Wheel of Morality. But I'm going to say the realization before I forget, because once again, neurodivergent. You guys remember when I told you often enough about that therapist that was convinced I was a Sluis Slidle and that I wanted to cancel my subscription to Life magazine? I was doing that thing when you remember a thought which links to another thought to another thought to another thought, and suddenly I'm playing imaginary 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon in my head. And I remembered that she had said that, well, you're not autistic, so we're going to rule that out. And then she started on me being, like she thought she diagnosed me as depressed. And then I had this realization, like, this morning. Oh my god, because I'm AFAB, she misdiagnosed me as depressed. And I'm actually neurodivergent. Oh my god. Now, of course, I still don't have an official diagnosis, but it is not just because mom has been officially diagnosed ADHD, but it is so super obvious with me. That's why I'm still I am convinced about the ADHD. I am not sure if I am autistic or not because so many things overlap. And because of the ADHD, I'm hella procrastinating trying to get an actual diagnosis. And it's probably because there's also a touch of the trauma of being accused of being so depressed you're suicidal. Like, to a point that I was offended. Like, like, no, I'm here for help, but I don't want to cancel my subscription to Life magazine. The fuck you're on about? So anyway, Wheel of Morality. Wheel of Morality, turn, turn, turn. Tell us a lesson that we shall learn. Who is the third? Oh, this is entertaining. Now, here it says David Dingleberry. His actual name is Davis Dewsbury. Davis Dewsbury, co-creator, writer of Auric of the Great White North, which the 6th issue is still a work in progress for various scheduling reasons. But a fellow co-conspirator, co-writer, Josh Rose, has been submitting himself, Andrew, and Davis. And finally we got to Davis. The reason why it's written David Dingleberry, because first of all, that's how he wrote the request. Secondly, I knew he meant Davis, because there is an inside gag in the group, in the team I should say, that every time there's an interview or there's an article about Auric, the interviewer will get Davis's name wrong. There were a lot of David Dewsbury, a lot of David Newsbury, Davis News, like all kinds of variations. So now it's an inside joke. Whenever we talk to Davis, we either call him David, Daniel, DeLorean. Best example, on the questionnaire, which I have a playlist of the episodes I show up in on my YouTube, so very unofficial, of course, where the interviewer, the unknown factor, was talking before he started recording that he didn't understand how people would get Davis's name wrong. And the very second he hit record, he welcomes Davis as, well, here we have David Dewsbury. Ah! Like, all the power to the unknown factor. It's not his fault. It is the Davis curse. Ipso facto, let's draw him. I don't really feel like drawing him realistically, so let's simplify him a bit. Oh, he's got a big nose. Well, he's got a big everything. You know, you guys know exactly what I mean, okay? The man is like 6'4". I don't know the exact number, but like, I'm 5'2". This man is gigantic. And whenever we take pictures, they always put us next to each other because it's hilarious. Did the music freeze again? Come on! I paid 3 numbers before the period for you. Function. You guys will not believe this. Pretzel is not working right now. My fan is going down. Give it a second, guys. Ma! Alright, back to you. I'm really trying to make him more cartoony than realistic. Because, of course, like, look at the giant eyes. I am giving him his little pouty lip, but I am very overly simplifying his beard. But like there's nothing bad I can say about this man. Like he was the first one to hire me on a regular project. And then when he started working on Auric, he contacted me to work on that too. Plus, he's funny and super friendly. Of course, my version of funny may not be your version of funny, and by that I mean we do have some questionable jokes. I'm not saying we're secretly racist behind the scene. What I am saying is that we will, like, take the piss out of each other. The guy is a little freckled. We're going to give him some freckled. He's only slightly older than me. But what can I say? I'm the one that ages gracefully in the team. See, that's what I mean by we take the piss out of each other. There, that's not so bad. For something that's simplified. I'm looking at him and I'm incredibly jealous because my hair is like ridiculously long right now and I am starting to be highly uncomfortable about it. It's got a big schnoz, but he's got like this tiny nose wing and this tiny hint of a nostril right here. I'm talking as if I don't have flaws myself. Oh, I have them. I know it's hard to believe, but just gonna, there we go. If I had too much freckles, he's going to end up looking like Van Gogh. I remember one time I told him he was part of the ginger gang, and he was like, "Since when am I ginger?" And I'm like, "Have you seen yourself in the mirror? You're a dark ginger, but you're still ginger." And now it's going to look like a leprechaun because today's colors is 3 shades of green. Oh. So everybody welcome David Dingleberry. I'd feel bad if I didn't just spend 10 minutes saying good things about the guy. So, yeah. 3 guesses, big guy. I'm just picturing it. Andrew just looking at the video real quick and said, "Davis, you should see this." I'm like, "Oh, nothing. I'm just drawing some nobody that has had absolutely no influence on my comic career." Is that me? A little bit. Simplified you a little bit, and I made your eyes big because that's how I draw. It was Josh's request, and the wheel of morality decided. And you got one here, and you got a couple down here. Who asked for this? Josh! It was just a matter of time. Well, I and your wife think you're very handsome. Oh my god, I'm gorgeous. Yes, you are. I mean, you managed to marry somebody with that face, I would think. See, that's what I was talking about earlier, that we take the piss out of each other all the time. There you go, right there. Davis just caught me en flagrant délit de compliment. I said I was going to simplify him, but then I see hair and I'm like, oh, I have to render every little strand left on that balding head. He's not balding. just thinks a lot. That's what's happening. Alright, we're going to let him dry a little bit. And we are going, because we're going to color him after, that's how it works. And then we're going to have a drink of water, and then the Wheel of Morality will tell us the final prompt for today. There's not that many strands left. Look, dude. Trying to give you a chance here. Not balding, I'm thinning. Me, I'm starting to think I have some bald spots on my head. I tend to pick at my scalp a lot. Like I scratch. I don't pull out hair, but I do tend to scratch my scalp a lot. So it wouldn't surprise me. You're becoming more mature. That's what you're doing. So, let's bring back the Wheel of Morality. Yes, that is how Josh put in the request, Davis. So, if you have any complaints, you go to him. Alright, final prompt. Wheel of Morality, turn, turn, turn. Tell us a lesson that we shall learn. Oh, joy, another semi-realistic one. How appropriate. That is Davis's request on top of that. Bob and Doug. Let's go get the... it's right there. You make it look good, though. You make it look good. It's your face. Let's settle on something. Your parents did some good work. We're both going to agree on that. I'm just going to sharpen my pencil a little bit. As if you guys don't have enough noise with Lily singing the song of her people. There we go. Well, that was tiresome. If you guys were hearing it like a sound, it wasn't my fan. It was the end of the actual song, and it was getting on my nerves. So there we go. You know what I'm going to do for fun, and also to give myself a chance? I'm going to draw them in that, am I going to say it? Auric Tall Tale style. I think it's going to be cute. How the... Sorry guys, I apparently broke my... It was sharp 5 seconds ago. What the hell? Whatever it is, it's not stuck in here, so... I didn't hook it on anything, so I don't know what happened there. Okay, something I just finished saying that it was a good sharpener. And now there's something stuck in there. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna go beat the shit out of this 3 seconds. Try and get the problem out. I'll be right back. there's a piece of lead stuck in it. But that's not gonna stop me, because I have backups. Telltale style is perfect. Hey, sometimes I have good ideas. It happens. Okay, you want to be a piece of shit? I got like 10 more of you guys. Okay. See? Brand new. Alright, back to your regularly scheduled program. It's been a long, long time since I've drawn in this style too. Now let's see, there are like 3 pages left of It's a Wonderful Life. And I have 5 pages left of Whisper in the Wind. And then I have a 5 or 6 pager to do. But since I can usually work with 2 projects at the same time, there's another project that I'm due to color. So that's going to be soon. Now here's a fun fact. When I color, because most of the time I draw it, but sometimes Andrew draws it, but I'm usually the one that does the colors on Oryx Tall Tales. There is one rule. There is one rule, but I follow it to the letter. I feel it is an important rule. You cannot use gray as a color. You can use black, you cannot use gray. It's just like that, and you can't like, you can do literally anything else when it comes to colors, but do not use gray. I decided on that rule because it's a comic, like, aimed at the younger crowd. So it feels to me that it should be full of bright colors. Also, that's not necessarily a rule, but it's usually what we do. We do a four-finger hand. We just do. I just take the no gray rule a lot more seriously. Oops. There we go. We now have a pair of hosers. These hosers are looking great. Love you posing them head to head. Great call. Well, I mean, I'm going from my reference. I think the only thing I changed was the type of donut they're eating on. I mean, for all I know, it could be fried chicken. It's not a thing that I didn't want to draw them with beer. That's not an issue. I just like dispose better. Was that a mechanical eraser? Yes, it was. I actually got it at a pretty good price. Pretty reasonable price, I should say, on the AliExpress. I need to change the eraser eventually because it's getting pretty small, but like if I can use it as much as possible, you know? The thing is, when it gets that small, you use it a little bit, and no matter how tight the clamp is going to get pushed in. See? I barely touched it. But if I try to put a full one behind it, then it's too long. So kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, eh? But like I've had it for years and it's still working on the same battery I put in when I got it. Dave is going to be so happy with this one. Next month, he's going to look for more Canadian icons. Wayne and Schuster. I'm going to add a little bit here because he's got some hair there. It's going to balance the silhouette a little bit more. Plus, it's always nice to be asked something Canadian. Well, I should say, it's always nice when the Wheel of Morality picks something Canadian, because I do get some Canadian-based requests, but sometimes the Wheel of Morality is like, no. Walter Gretzky. Are you fucking with me, or... Well, I'm gonna leave them dry. And we're getting back to the main man. But see, guys, this is something I was talking about quite often. That I don't know what's going on in the other provinces. Like, I know about Wayne and Schuster because of Comedy Network. Based on the channels that I had when I was but a wee sprog, I never knew about these guys. And they're vintage humor. Like, I'm pretty sure they're both dead by now. Now we need a Bob and Doug cameo and a Tall Tales. Well, we need some Tall Tales. Josh! This is the part where Davis go, I don't remember wearing a green shirt. Yeah, that's the thing. That's part of the color challenge. The colors we got this month, all greens. So you're gonna look like a wee giant leprechaun. I can't even afford to go there and pinch you. I might have some good news, and I hope I don't jinx myself. They are talking about restoring the railway to my region by 2026, 2027. Which might make some traveling affordable for me. Don't want to bring anybody's hopes up. I'm just saying. I especially do not want to bring my own hopes up. Now we're going to give some green to the parts of the beard that have some color. And we are going to ignore the parts of the beard that do not have color. Hee 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 hee. We would love to see you again. I would love to go again. I hope nobody was thinking that me boycotting Timmins Con was my idea. Because it was not. It was Air Canada's idea. Now, of course, when it's real people I know, usually I don't put these in the shop. So be forewarned that the David Dingleberry will not be a shop drop like the others. Sadly enough. Up you go. Whoop. Back to the hosers. I didn't ink the lines on... I want to say Doug. Like I said, I don't know these guys by heart. Because it would have ended all like super black. I wanted to do the lines with the colors. Well, reference right there. I'll purchase it next month. Gotta get my allowance first. I could make a joke about his wife giving him permission or not, but the problem, which is not a problem at all, is that his wife is an absolute darling of a person. Like, you guys think I complimented Davis before he showed up and made fun of his curse. But his wife is a perfect angel that can do no wrong. Like, when my markers took a tumble on the highway, she's the one, because, like, I froze up out of shock. Like, in my brain, I was like, what the hell is happening? She was already outside on the road picking up my markers. Like, I cannot ask for a better wife. And she's my wife. I said what I said. Like, I swear, you look in the dictionary for friendly Canadian and you see Davis and his wife's photo. That's how friendly they are. That's how nice and sweet. See, that's the kind of stuff I was saying before you logged on. See, I'm not always calling you all kind of names. Just not to your face. And then if you look for mentally ill goblin, that's me. For those wondering why I'm filling this in green, they have a map behind them. I'm just gonna fill in a couple more details and we'll be done for today. You know we love you right back. I mean, I don't know why. It must be Stockholm Syndrome or something. And there we go. Just gonna add there. Map says Great White North. And that it does. We've got a slight hint of it right here. And now to just add the obligatory, whoops, there. And with that, we are done for today. Just gonna see if I can zoom out without making anybody seasick. Sorry for the wires. When you eventually see them, I will scoot them away. All right. I gotta We got a pair of hosers. We've got Mario and Peach waltzing. Blitzo from Hell of a Boss. And some loser nobody knows. I'm kidding. Award-winning writer Davis Newsbury. And Bob and Doug. Now, for those who are going to look up the name, it's actually Davis Dewsbury, Ulrich of the Great White North, one of the many projects I work on, and an all-around super swell guy that I absolutely love. As you guys saw, with me calling him all kinds of stuff. So, we're at the end of the stream. You guys know what that means. We're going to give extra special caramel drizzled, rainbow sprinkled chocolate syrup thanks to our supporters on Patreon, Ko-fi, and everywhere else. I've got a donation can on. So, extra special thanks to Ember B, Paul K, Miss Inovis, Sir E, Other, Bad at Multiplayers, Blah6, Matthew H, Winter the Kitten, and our part-time support Booty, Super Dude 808, and Rocket Mouse. Your continued support on my many platforms is extremely appreciated. Next live stream, of course, tomorrow, Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That's my time, not your time. Maybe your time. I don't know you. I don't know your life. Hope you guys had fun watching me draw this. I had a super lot of fun drawing it, especially with our special guest, Davis Dewsbury. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you all. And bye-bye.